That's DC. That's in the realm of DC. That's Shazam adjacent. And this is one to watch out for. I'm really curious to see, especially in terms of post-credit scenes once that movie comes out, because if I remember right, the release date's Black Adam's going to drop in October, and then Shazam 2 drops 2 months later. So if they're going to do an actual straight up post-credit scene, which is something that is almost never done in terms of DCEU movies, if they're going to do that, this is their chance to do that. They pretty much have to with Black Adam because of how like intrinsically tied in with each other Adam and Shazam are in terms of the comics. So we'll see how the movies treat it, especially considering Dwayne Johnson is also a credited EP on the Shazam films. So you know he's got his hands in both cookie jars. Anyway, here's the Comic-Con sneak peek from Black Adam.
My powers are not a gift, but a curse. Born out of rage.
Yeah. Ripping off Iron Man right there, destroying the arm of a jet, or the wing of a jet. Goodness.
I believe you are not worthy. But there are two paths.
Ow.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior.
That last bit with him like in the cloak, that looked like they CGI'd his face onto a model or something, like onto a CGI, like a character model or whatever. That didn't even look like what green screen wire work. Yeah, they have some serious VFX here, but it's like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's almost like at what point do a movie's VFX capabilities sort of turn from, sorry, man, oh man, come on, hit the wrong button, sorry. Anyway, I was trying to ask, like, at what point do a movie's visual effects capabilities, at what point does it sort of give way to just becoming a cartoon, just a straight up caricature of itself and what it can be? Because it's just too easy for the audience to be able to tell what is CGI versus what is green screen versus what is actually like live action being shot on location somewhere and was done for real, was done practically. You know, it's to the point where the lines have become so blurred, but the technology in some respects hasn't fully caught up to the human eye's ability to perceive what is CGI and what is not. So unless James Cameron is really fixing to change the game again to a degree that justifies that movie's existence, y'all know I'm talking about Avatar 2, when that drops in, I want to say September, maybe November. I don't remember that exact date offhand, but you hear where I'm going with this. Like, CGI in movies, visual effects can only go but so far in terms of believability and plausibility. And the VFX are impressive, but the extent to which they can be impressive is wholly dependent on the audience's ability to suspend their own disbelief because of how convincing the VFX are. If the VFX are not convincing, like, say, the process of removing digitally Henry Cavill's mustache in Justice League, if it's not convincing, you know, if it looks weird or off-putting, no matter how clean it looks, if it just looks weird, we can tell and we'll make fun of you. And that's, I'm sorry, but that's kind of what it is. I don't know. Let's see what people are saying in the comment section really quickly. Let's see. It's ambiguous if the Incredible Hulk is canon with the MCU. Again, he's talking about the 2008 movie. All right. My humble opinion is that that line is enough and it is canon. I don't know where the evidence is that suggests that it's not, especially because William Hurt came back in 2016 and we got that line, like I said, in Avengers 1, but I don't know. All right. Was her name Katie Sackhoff? The one from Smash was Liza Dushku. Yeah, I remember that, right. Then again, they're pretty much live action cartoons by default. Katie Sackhoff, yeah, Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica 2003. And if I remember right, she was also the voice of Bitch Pudding in Robot Chicken. and that that sounds familiar. I think you're correct. That's if that's correct, like I wouldn't be surprised at that. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all, especially given her work in Robot Chicken. But anyway, back over to Black Adam. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see this movie in terms of what this is really going to bring to the table as far as setting the tone for what the DCEU is going to be like going forward. Especially, like I said, given everything that is on Shazam's shoulders as well to sort of carry the franchise forward, and especially given the torrent of controversy and issues surrounding the Flash and Aquaman 2 productions for reasons I won't get into here. It's just morbid curiosity, frankly, and that's kind of different from anticipation. I'm gonna give Black Adam a side thumb. It's not a thumbs down, it's a side thumb. Because like I'm anticipating it, but I'm not anticipating it for this trailer. I'm anticipating it because of other things that I know are within the realm of the DCEU, and that's the wrong reason to be hyped for something. I know within myself that's the wrong reason to be hyped for something. You know, it's I want so much more from this. You know, I want so much more because I know how much Dwayne poured is like, you know, blood, sweat, and tears and heart into this. As evidence, as anyone who follows him on Instagram will tell you in a heartbeat. Instagram or Twitter, you know, y'all have seen all those updates and stuff like that for the last few years now. You know this is a big passion project. But anyway, StaffZX saying, personally, I've never been a fan of CGI. Even today, you can tell it's off. It's just easier to produce films today with CGI, which is why it's used so much. Yeah, that's a clear and honest explanation for the ubiquitousness of CGI. But what are you going to do, I suppose?